She just came out of class and she was like, there's something wrong with me. Like, I can't walk. Like, she couldn't walk. Like, her legs were in a lot of pain. And I was like, you look like your 2-year-old. Why are you walking like that? And we were kind of laughing about it. And I'd carry her backpack down the stairs and stuff. Yeah. But later we found out how serious it was. I'd actually been diagnosed a little late, though they think that I had the disease actually 4 years before I had gotten a diagnosis, but yeah. I was always like very fatigued. Like, swimming already became really difficult for me. I got so used to being in pain that I didn't really know what pain was. Until I was diagnosed and started being treated, I didn't realize like how much it had impacted like my mentality. I was like really depressed a lot. I had very low self-confidence, and I felt that we were supposed to be the same, and I was doing something that was causing me to like be different from her. Like, I didn't know she felt that way, and then when the disease came, all these things started coming out. I went through a really dark period where I thought that I was gonna die. And I didn't tell anybody about it, but it was really scary. But as I started to educate myself about it, it became less scary.
Jetty was signed up and in my AP Bio course, and the first week of class, her sister wanted to come and join the course, which is an unusual request because there's a fair amount of work that the students have to do this summer before. So it would mean that she'd have to go back and do a lot of work to catch up, in addition to keeping pace with what's considered probably the most intensive course that's offered at the school.
I didn't want to be in the dark, I guess. I wanted to go out and find answers for myself. By knowing about it, I felt that it empowered me.
It wasn't about the grade, it wasn't about padding her resume for college. It really was understanding and connecting the subject with what was going on in her body.
I don't know, I think there's just nothing better than learning about something that's relevant to your life.
We brought her into the course. She worked really hard to catch up and to stay caught up. And during the year, whenever we learned concepts that related or helped her understand her condition better, she volunteered that information with the class. It made the concepts really come to life for all the students in the course.
I think like when we were learning about like the immune system, and we learned about antibodies and how there's certain like inflammation markers in your blood. Gothani was getting a lot of blood tests. Yeah. So once she was like, oh, can I bring in like my blood test results?
When Gothani got up and presented to the class the stages that she went through in her autoimmune problems and how it related to the concepts we had been studying, it made it personal. And the students really were more present exploring these concepts than they had been when it was a theoretical other person. And it certainly took openness and confidence for Gothani to share her very personal experiences with it. It brings in a level of intimacy that makes the subject matter so real.
After going through something like that, I think the saddest thing is not being able to share that with people. Like, kind of walking around in school and nobody knows your story. I used to be like really scared of putting myself out there, but as I kind of started to do it, you realize that people respond in a positive way, and then when you say stuff, somebody feels comfortable to share something about themselves. Yeah, like every time you share your story, it really transforms the atmosphere in the classroom.
Students really learn a concept very well when they have to teach it to somebody else. This was an example where Gothani had a chance to go even deeper, that this is real life. This isn't just something in the book.
Yeah, I think there's a stigma about pointing out like your weaknesses or like your flaws. And I mean, it's very much a part of the human condition. I think a lot of people go through like illness or depression without telling anyone. You can't really tell based on your physical appearance, but I think it's more prominent than we actually think.
I think for someone, a young lady, to be hit with a very significant disease, it would be easy for her to feel defeated. And Gothani really turned it around as a way to improve herself and to set higher goals for herself. And then also try to help others do the same.
I put myself out there, and the school environment is so small and nurturing such that you can. And like people will see you every day and I guess know who you are. And I guess that's comforting.